Legion marches.
Welcome on back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 13 of our Kugath Plaguefather SFO Grimmhammer campaign. In today's episode, we pick things up where we left off with the big ol' antlered boy versus the great horned rat in one of the largest battles we have had so far. The rats of Clan Carrion have been building up, waiting for the end times to sound so they can go take down Indon Koresh completely off camera. What we're going to do then is do our best to annihilate these foes with an artillery of plague. We have a pretty lopsided battle formation here where we can force them through several different choke points that are very natural. So if we move in and deal with Bilefitch very quickly, we should then be able to rotate our main body force and allow our artillery to pound this group as they come on in, and then we can try to counter that artillery with these Summon from Beyond units. We just have to worry about their own Summon from Beyond, the Menace below, and they have 5 uses of Warp Bomb, which is a magical damage attack, which is going to be pretty devastating against all of our demons, and even against the Guild Great Axe infantry here with their high armor, because it's mostly armor piercing damage. Going to be a nasty battle no matter what. Auto Resolve does not think we have a chance of winning. Let's prove them wrong. Alright, where are the enemy rats? Just up front, ready to be butchered. That's perfect. We'll go ahead and start deployment. We have our entire army being able to deploy with Vanguard deployments. We're going to have them right up in front with these rats. The wolf rats versus our Hounds of Decay, which should be very lopsided. We'll have the Barons of the Bog and the other Pox Riders directly behind them. We'll make all of the beasties our first group, then the infantry, and our single entities. Let's go for Sergov, kind of in that order. Don't have any of the extra bound spells on the Uncle just yet, but that shall change soon. We'll have him thrown up front. There's nothing in this army that is terrifying to any of our heroes. So we'll have Sergov and Samoth ready to charge on in and dropkick Boilrin. Packmaster is going to be a huge nuisance if he's able to survive and persist, I guess, until the Rat Ogres and the Helping Abomination show up. We'll have Kugath also up front, ready to charge in directly to Bilefitch. We'll have the Plague Hulk a little ways away, spread diagonal death on the enemy there. Go ahead and throw the Nurglings, in case they do manage to advance slightly, up on each side here. We'll have the Festering Stooges. All of this bone pile here is stopping us from deploying. I wanted them to be directly behind Kugath. Maybe they'll throw their grenades over their brethren there, but that'll completely stop this wolf rat pack as they charge. We'll have some of the others up front here in case they do manage to advance. For some reason I don't think it's going to work out very well though. Have the drones ready to chuck their grenades at Boilrin. Who else needs to be deployed? Looks like everyone is in combat except for our beasts and the guild. You guys will be a little bit on this side. I don't think the rats will try to power through, but we can make sure. Most dangerous units are definitely going to be those plague artillery because all of their ammunition is magical. I'll throw the beasts up front too because they're devastating. And they will drop the melee attack for all the rats they do come into contact with. And our Ropper spellcaster. Alright then, let's get the battle going. You guys move in together to deal with those groups of rats. You smush the Lord. Kugath, you as well, just move into melee, smush the Lord. Did any of them actually manage to make it? We'll have you fly over the top. These beasts can go after the wolf rats there. Some spears have rotated to try to assist their clan rat, or the wolf rat partners, but it's not going to go very well. Save the doggos. Not this time. I'm going to go ahead and drop down the Blight Boil in this gigantic mess of the enemy. That should finish them off pretty aggressively. The tentacles grow, and the blessing. That is devastating. Let's make sure we're passing out all of the debuffs and some plague, and we'll have Cultist continue to chase him off. How long till the reinforcements arrive? 30 seconds. We didn't even need our reinforcements at all. We'll go ahead and pull them back. We will await all you guys reinforcements, but it's just the rest of our army. We'll fall back just inside here. That way they are having to come through the choke points. Everyone else can continue to do their thing. The Packmaster is going to escape, though, which is not good. Don't have a lot of choice. Everyone has to fall back. Let's see if we can execute this Lord here. So we'll have the Hounds of Decay on that. All of our other units can fall back. Or by their Hounds of Decay. You guys come on in and go after this group of clan rats. And here come the enemies. Have our artillery teams, Kugath and the Plague Hulk, moving on in. These Nurglings didn't retreat. Oh, these are the ones that are summoned by Kugath. All of our single entities, let's give them better targets. Fall back too. You can come up and over the top. And Samoth, if you want to come out and crack Bularin on the head, that'd be fantastic. No real reason to continue to chase these clan rats off, and the Warlord needs to die. All beasts, fall back. During these keep doing their thing, he decided to run. Very smart plan. Good grief, that's a lot of rats. Let's move in and try to eliminate those Rattling guns first. I see them on both sides. That is probably the most important unit for them. And then as soon as those artillery teams show up, we can drop the Blight Boil. Look at that. Tide of mutant flesh. You need to stay away from the Rattling guns, though, my friend. You're a flyer, and they do have all sorts of means to deal with you. But while you're here, let's drop down a Rancid Visitations on the Plague Priest there. You go ahead and fall back. There's no reason to dive into that nonsense. Where are the other artillery teams? Going for the spell casting, which is perfect. Try to press him through the line. There we go. Just don't have the Winds of Magic for it now. Let's head wide with you. Drones, come on back. We'll keep the scary artillery up front. Plague Priest wants to play. We can absolutely go ahead and blow yourselves up there, Nurglings. I think we got it in time. We need 20 whole Winds of Magic for the Blight Boil. Might have to wait then. You fall back. Looks like those Rattling guns are absolutely devastated, so let's go after those Poison Wind Globes next. I see Poison Wind Mortars that need a hug. Ugath assaulting. Keep our bodyguard back here just in case those wolf rats try anything. I think using the Blight Boil on their artillery is a good idea, but there's only one of them here. Let's go ahead and fall back. They are starting to bombard our artillery themselves, so Kugath start scooting on towards the line. They just continue to summon in clan rats in their units, but they do go away over time, so it's not a very good use of their summons. Send drones wide. They are blasting out those plague mortars. Very dramatic retreat here. Come on, up to the side. Kugath, just stay in the middle like the Uber Chad you are. I'm gonna have you charge directly into these wolf rats here. Well, I guess my toads were chasing someone off to the side of the map. Rather than not get bogged down in all this nonsense, but they might not have a choice. Run, toads. Alright, those are the new targets for the artillery. We don't have a lot of choice but to charge them in. Give yourself the standard die once more. Surround. I'm going to go ahead and be really mean. You need to summon in the back line there. Ugath, turn, and assist. Our general, or do we go after the poison wind mortars? Such a tough call. Let's go for the death blow bombs. Then you turn around and try to soften up just storm vermin. Soften up those death globes as well. Just storm vermin is famous last words, but we are the arrogant sort. Alright, they're defeated, which means we can send these guys through. They're not the fastest. Same thing with these drones. Your job is going to be now going after either the Plague Claw catapult. Actually, take it back. We need to stay well away from the mortar teams, the rattling guns that are left. Where are they? 24 rattling guns is more than enough. You guys keep falling back. See if the toads can make it. We'll send you back to go after the Warlock Engineer. Alright, we'll just come back towards our beasts here. We want the enemy trying to surround our front line, and then we can decimate them from there. Drones, get ready to locate individual teams of artillery. I'm just going to sit into melee. Go clobber him. Got absolutely blasted by the grenades. Go ahead and charge in on these Clan Rat Spears. You guys annihilate the Plague Monks. Keep going wide. Let's go ahead and annihilate these Poison Wind Mortars. Those Rattling Guns have to go. In fact, they have to go so badly we are going to summon in some Menace Below. Or not Menace Below. The boys from the deep. Grenades on the Mutant Rat Ogre. Grenades on the General if you can. All the buddies. Individual units are starting to get worn down pretty quickly. Toads are annihilating those Plague Claw catapults. Go after him as soon as you can. We need the heals. Alright, chuck those nades.
Slaughter them.
The Plague Lord.
Yep, we're definitely losing that group. Slow the roll onto this engineer train. Yeah, just the spells themselves are causing a huge problem. Come up and off the ground, make sure these guys are going away. Toads, go after the back group of Plague Claw catapults. Uncle Furuncle is getting annihilated. Hang in there, brother. Rip them to pieces.
Decimate.
You guys have to deal with those Poison Wind Globes. No choice.
Cleanliness is blasphemy.
Give yourself the extra ward save. Focus on the Hell Pits. You guys can work on the Storm Vermin yourselves. You got Lords dropping, but man, we are losing troops quick. Come on, Furuncle. We need your heals quite badly. Drop the melee attack here. A lot of Storm Vermin we can rip through. You guys switch targets. Chuck those grenades here. You go ahead and fall back. Definitely need to start dropping. We were very slow with our magics, which is going to cause all sorts of problems here. Come on, waddle on back. Somehow these rattling guns are... Oh, they're all the way back there. It just wasn't showing. Give yourself the heals. Keep snacking. Heals for Uncle as well. We can replace all of our infantry. Well, this isn't exactly the use I would have gone for it. It's gonna work out. Let's see, where can we add in some extra reinforcements? Definitely around Uncle Furuncle. They sure you are dueling with the enemy lord. Take all of the extra wins.
Succeeds.
Have to close that gap. There is no choice. You stop them from moving. Enemy lords defeated. Let's go Curse of the Leper on this group. Heals on everyone here. Move in to help. I knew my beasts would outlast the Helping Abomination, but I was hoping the toads would. I was right. You've got to pull on through or go after that Warlock Engineer. Bracier's done. Let's move through after. Slow that Helping Abomination down.
Corruption is salvation.
You guys, if you can lock down this Doom Wheel, that'd be great. They're just gonna handle other units. Turn and chuck those nades. You waddle back into the line. Light Boil won't help out here. We'll just go for another Curse of the Leper. Let them start reflecting that damage back. Boys all need to pull away from here. At least the flies do. You fight for a moment. Those toads are not going to make it. They're too far away. They don't have any more leadership. Log down that mutant rat ogre. In fact, chuck some nades at him if you can. Excessive grenades is the new strategy. As it always should have been. No more throwing grenades. Throw yourself into melee. Should survive a lot better. See a whole bunch of fleeing rats. The deluge should... Let's actually save the toxic deluge so we can use it for heals. Oh, they recovered. Awesome. Now it's just Helping Abomination versus our hero, which is not a fight he's winning. Go ahead and fall back. We'll bring them around. Maybe snack on some poison wind globes. You guys turn and throw those grenades at the Helping Abomination that is assaulting your brothers. Heals down on that group as well. Bring you on over, but you're likely to blow up your own unit, so we really can't. Scoot gently over here without exploding your own boys. Fire some plague artillery. Have to deal with the Help It first, so we'll surround and annihilate. You toads go up and try to chase off that plague priest. Hero is a champion, but he's terrified off now. The poison wind mortars are more important. Deal with them first. All of the lords they have to pay to replace, they're not going to be able to afford. Too bad you just chase some of these guys off. Axes. Get them ripping. As soon as that Help It's gone, we can turn around and go after the others, but I'm going to continue to slow him. That way we can deal with the rest. It's a rat snack for the plague drones. You come on around, he's just continuing to heal. Several cuddly creatures versus a Help It. And they're immediately broken. The Help It Abomination is unbreakable. Uncle Furuncle, you go duel with that. Actually, take it back. You guys go hunt down these Skaven slaves. I'm gonna have the expendables come back through. Everyone who's taken some damage can kind of huddle together. Those spears are not coming back. You go after the final Warlock Engineer, I believe. And we'll bring the guild back as well. Come back here and get your heals. Nurglings sacrificing themselves so bravely. Go ahead and drop in the standard die. Drop its melee attack and defense. Tormentor Sword, heals, poison. Pass the heals, but oh, we gave it to the wrong units. That's fine. You guys all get over here. Waddle yourselves on over. Awesome, that is the battle won. Send the beasts in. I guess we'll use the Toxic Deluge to heal everyone here. We'll just come on in and add your wee little club to the mix. Still can't overcast it, so we'll just go for a normal on the Exaltants. Float over the top and heal everyone. Bring you one away and let the healing units fight the Hellpit Abomination. We can here. Awesome. Well, it looks like we ended up losing one of the units of Toads. No, everyone? Who did we lose? Just some Nurglings? That's fantastic. Ugath, you keep chasing off as many as you can. I will continue to heal the boys and butcher this poor Hellpit Abomination. He's made lots of friends. I'll see you all in a moment. And a heroic victory later, Clencarian has been put to the sword. We have a few more that are behind these walls, but we should be able to just deal with that quite quickly. We did lose one of the Nurgling squads, but that's absolutely it, and that is 100% fine with me. Could have passed some plagues on up to those armies too for defeating them in battle. Yes, we've got Fox and that's it. That one lucky. We'll go ahead and continue the siege because it looks like there are still a few rats left over. We'll pass out those skill points. Loaded carcass for Kugath himself. Hasn't actually been shot at that much and his health has been insane. So let's grab the Fetid Stench. Everyone around him is going to have less leadership and less armor. On top of all of the other debuffs they already were dealing with. Plaguefather's Protection. Heroic Killing Blow. Loading Carcass gets you up to 10% more health and more replenishment rate. Awesome. Revelrous Warhost. Sold. They're going to be the ones that are giving you even more upkeep. Research rate. 10% more. These guys are fantastic. Alright, Kugath. Fabrigir wishes do. And honestly, we can oblige. Let's go ahead and set up some towers. And then a single battering ram is going to take 2 turns. We'll continue the siege. As we're sitting here replenishing, they are losing soldiers as they speak. We upgrade Pig Barter up to tier 4. We absolutely can. The tier 5 settlement is just insanely expensive. 1,500. It does give you the Great Chaos Dragon, and is likely part of the reason why. We're going to continue to upgrade our smaller settlements, though, so let's take the Scrap Towers up to the Nurgle Thicket. Can't do the same for the Knobbly Gorge. Here at the Black Fortress we can, up to tier 3. That is actually how we are getting the most of our income at this point. And so now the Grand Duke love to take down Shang Wu. That's yet another major settlement under our control. Coming down, who are the ogres dealing with? Just the Blessed Dread, who has scythed his way all the way across Cathayan lands. How much land do the Dark Elves have under their control? Have we met them just yet? Here they are. 9. Strength rank 12. Allied up with Eshin, and they're destroying Cathay. Yeah, Cathay has lots of enemies. But if they are able to unify all of the dragon siblings together, it's pretty easy to hold Grand Cathay. Send the Grand Duke out to about this crossroads. Absolutely. We'll have you go into an ambush stance, and we'll send out Sir Stuart for some more scouting. We won't waste the gold failing to execute that hero there. Really? They must be really concerned with the Blessed Dread. Alright then. Swing on back over to Moxia. We'll move him over just a smidgen so he's not complaining about not moving. And we'll keep a close eye on Grimgore. There's no trust. Not even a little bit. We'll swing on into Kugath here and see what Fabrigir's up to. Enjoy your plague, friend. Old Glum Backstabber. He wants a non-aggression pact. I was again hoping he was going to declare war on us, but such is not the case. You continue to get wiped out by clan Moors there. Foolish orc. And Becky continues to hide behind his walls. I think you'll find Nagashazar is going to be your tomb. How did you recruit more storm vermin? Maybe they just merged them together. Interesting. I think we could probably take them down here, but the smart thing to do is wait for all of our siege equipment to be built up, so we shall. Recline in your chair, Kugath. We've got other things to attend to. Such as, I'm going to go ahead and take the Nurgle Hollow up here, and then the control building in the Bone Gulch. Fox, yeah, you just keep hanging out of the Black Fortress. Although it might be prudent to swap you around towards the Naughty Gorge, so that's what I'm going to do instead. In case the ogres decide to declare on us randomly. We can move you into Shangwu, because I see no one nearby. It might come up the river. That wouldn't have to be a threat we're going to have to risk. 2 sets of towers and a battering ram, same as last time. We'll continue that siege. Bring Sir Stewart in. Exactly. Alright, swing back over to Kugath's siege. We've got some beastmen that have appeared. They're likely to ignore us. Ready, Skaven Plague. Trade that one out for one of Nurgle. You're a non-move. These guys have the ability to... I guess we can't really steal technology with Nurgle, unless the mortal heroes are able to. The mortal sorcerer heroes. Let's come back on around. You're going to join up with Moxia with the Naughty Gorge. Highly unlikely that Grimgor betrays us, because it's not really built in. The AI doesn't do that much betrayal. Unless you're on Legend. It happens quite a bit. Alright, Clan Moors finally has the gold for an outpost, so now we get some Skaven slaves defending one of our settlements. Flesh is but one of Nurgle's churches. His sermons may also be preached within the mine, where pathogens strip all reason from their hosts. As madness reigns, the Earth Father rejoices. They're doing a little crazy dance. Oh, Siege is ascendant now. This is unacceptable. We need to get down to the Southlands and start doing war with Siege as soon as we can. And villages up here in the north as well, so we need to smash through Cathay. Any vestiges of the Great Changer need to be annihilated. Kugath. Still giving us a Pyrrhic victory, huh? We've already defeated the rats once.
Nurgle's love shields us.
Yes, quite. Let's go ahead and sack Nagashazar.
Break this place.
Body counter, 5% more hit points for Kugath. You're joking. Up to 20%? Alright, well, that's a little bit strong. We're just gonna swing on back in and claim the great Necromancer's Palace. And wiped out the rats in the process.
Specimens required.
We'll prepare this for an absolute extraordinary amount of money. Raid halls. Really not all that much in terms of income. And extra leadership when fighting against the undead. Double experience gain when fighting against the undead. And then immune to vampiric attrition. It's fairly decent though. We are going to come on in and just grab the control building to start. I'd like to get both the control and the growth one. But we'll start with control. Start with control, and here we will go where Nurgle Corruption's already at max. We'll just grab the Plague God's Pasture so we can use the green pox to really get the Broken Teeth cooking. And yeah, we can chuck in the growth building as well. Do we want to get some more upgrades for our main settlements? Darkhold can go up to the Nurgle Hollow. Big Barter up to tier 4, which would be pretty useful for us. And as those upgrade, we should have a lot more gold sitting in the background as long as we're not recruiting units for a moment. We need to kind of stagnate on units, which is what Nurgle wants to do. Let's grab the control building here at the Haunted Forest. Good old Barb. 4 of Chaos, -2 leadership. Well, don't mind me, I'll take that one. Sorgov, you need to definitely plunder the Feeble. All the extra research rate. Now can we go ahead and go war with Shangwu? A decisive victory. It's a little bit boring. But it does have crane guns, so that's going to make things spicy. Also a Wujing war compass. We're going to have rocks pulled down out of the sky on our heads. Yeah, let's go fight them. Why be so down and negative on our enemies? Surely they're going to do lots of damage to us, especially with the war compass. Let's go ahead and start our deployment. Definitely like the Forsaken being on the ram. Love the Exalted Plague Bearers. And the Armored Forsaken taking this angle. We'll have the 2 normal Plague Bearers going in after what will presumably be their Halberd Corps. Same kind of thing where the spawn are going to go up this flank. They are still slower than the ram, but it is still the plan. You1 foot. Palanquin is a little bit dangerous. Let's hide you behind our giant snail towers. I'm gonna have you guys behind the units, except for on the ram side. Someone has to go down. I would prefer it be these Nurglings. Auto Resolve would have saw us win with no losses for the most part. It's not going to be that simple. The doggos threatening the extreme flanks, and they are still going to sprint towards us but hit these gatehouses. Right, beautiful. Infantry corps. All of the beasties. Single entities. The lore here is death. Fate of June is what we're going to be using to knock out any of the low armor units. Let's get it started. Snail towers forward. Oh, rest in peace, these Nurglings. He absorbed that volley pretty well. Start moving on in. Definitely screen for the others there. Sprint back towards this gatehouse. On both sides. Beautiful. Shotguns are absolutely going to be an issue. Oh, that's a rocket tower. You're really being disrespectful towards this squad. We're going to want to try to bring them around wide. Fire on our flyers, which is a very fair call. Can't allow those rocket towers to do much of anything. Did we drop the plague down? Shotguns are obviously going to hurt. Keep going over the top, take down that explosive tower. In fact, if you can Fate of Juna on these Iron Hail guns, they have very limited armor. You come up and around to help out with the tower. Perfect. Like actually getting some good damage on them. I think so. You get a volley on my flyers, they're in trouble. Please land. Thank you. You annihilate them, we'll turn it around, no problem. Spirit Leech on the Lord Magistrate. Keep wiggling around there, Nurglings. Well, you're now in the way of my towers, which is not great. Iron Hail guns must fall. Missiles screaming on towards our giant snail of doom. Oh, but missing every single one. Well done, Doom Snail. Send in the Nurglings. Help out with that wall, and we'll have all of the toads start advancing as well. Nurglings, go help out with the gatehouse. Here come the missiles. mostly taking out their own units. I want you guys to take back to the skies, though, before those Jade Lances close the gap. Up the street. Come on now. Move quickly. Another Spirit Leech down on this Lord Magistrate. They have incredibly low health. Get in there, lads. Grenade boys up on top. Anti-vaxxers into the fray. Or just normal Forsaken. You can fly over the top and karate chop this Lord Magistrate. Explosive tower is gone. Let's come on over and help out with this attack. The Jade Warriors are boned. Get them, Plague Bears. This is where the Iron Hail guns were? Interesting. Or not the Iron Hail, but the Rain Gunners. The gates? We are. Dodge! Odes? Where are those lances? We don't know. Instead, let me give the order. Smash this barricade platform. The grenades are incredibly accurate. Well done. That's why they're keeping their cavalry back. You guys are in? Go nom nom. You're also in. Go nom nom. But be careful doing so. In fact, instead, go after the... What are you lads up to? Get shot at by the crossbow, you're not going to enjoy it. Move up and into battle with these Jade Lances. You want to throw down, we absolutely can. I hear lightning crashing down. Missing everyone. Well done. Plague Sword. Let's throw down that on the Forsaken there. Oh, the hounds are going around. Did they not get through the gates yet? That's not awesome. We're going to probably lose that group of Plague Bearers. Sit you around to help. Got nothing else in terms of Spirit Leech to slow these Lancers down so they're not escaping. There goes the Comet. Skadoosh, and the Forsaken took that very well. The Doggos will claim a position. These Plague Bearers should easily be able to handle them, and in fact, instead of claiming the position, we'll send the Hound Dogs to help. Odes, go through the platform. Don't end up failing me for the last time. Forsaken should pretty easily rip down those Lancers. They all have bonus V large. Bring you after the Astromancer. Hounds got caught by the Jade Warriors. Not a fight they want. We rotate you guys back up to the top and away from those Jade Lancers. There's no reason to fight them if we don't have to. Come on. There's no way this platform is surviving. All the Plague Bearers up. Claim some zones. Lads are gone. He batted around. Alright, those Jade Lancers are gone. Anti-vaxxers up to fight the Halberdiers. And throw your wind at us, fool. Dr. Free, let's bring them away once more. All of these units in after those Jade Lancers, and we'll just have the Hound Dogs keep running. As the Flight of the Toads are here. And then we can have the Curse of the Leper down on them. Beautiful. Any damage you do will be reflected back at you at least one-fold. It's not the most dangerous, but it's what we have here. Oh no. I mean, this Toad has to be, what, 4 to 5 times the weight of one of these horses? Pretty monstrous charge. They went all the way around. Well done, lads. You should have gone up the ladder, but I guess they can't, can they? We didn't even bring our hero in. The old waste. Let's have the drones get back up in the air and start chasing off this Sky Lantern. toads can kind of rotate through, but I want the flies up in the air. Go after the lanterns. Drop the melee attack here. We didn't bring the spawn in either. I thought they were Nurglings, this is why I left them back. But we need to check down here. Hounds come and help out with the halberdiers. Meanwhile, the normal toads can rout off the normal crossbows, and you can come up and help out with the Wujing compass. Almost not a single life lost in the process. Let's slow these sky lanterns. The drones are here, friends. I slow them instead. No discernible damage yet, but I'm sure they're really not enjoying it. Health bar's dropping pretty quick. Probably with there being 4 of them, they survived quite a ways. We'll fix that. The wiggly spirit hand. Guardian down. When it's crashing on the city, it'd be awesome if that had some extra effects. That's the victory. As Auto Resolve predicted, it was quite simple. Alright, only 44 fall in the fighting. We can go ahead and sack Shang-Wu for a very paltry amount, which makes me a bit sad. Daeans aren't doing very well. We might have to go to war with the Dark Elves if we want some gold. Okay, what we'll do with the Grand Duke then is just swing into a raiding stance. I'm right back into just before our territory. Well, we can specialize you now. We've got the Locus of Virulence for more damage for everyone in our area. Turning them into my defensive faction into aggressive one real quickly. Fecundity for more healing. And then Contagion for some pretty serious damage. We've got lots of heals passed out. Let's go for something a bit more dangerous. Will only lead to greater suffering and a longer, more agonizing demise. We'll have you continue to replenish troops, Sir Stuart. Since we're in enemy territory still, let's just go ahead and snag the magical reserves.
Harold, do well.
Harold, do well. You have been, but we need to get you on a flying critter pretty soon. Go ahead and upgrade the Hanyu port and Jiang. Continue to increase our overall income. You're definitely more of a creeping corruption faction than something who actually builds up empires quite quickly. It's fairly obvious our buildings are, what, 5,000 apiece for the most part. Alright, well, the gashes are fallen.
Plaguefather.
And one of our Nurglings also fallen. We can replace them with some Frolickers Bubonic again. For our next research. Slevian infection will be great when we actually get over there to Kislev, if there's any of them left over. Sylvania and Archaon do a very good job of wiping them out. Extra raids and visitations on all grid and clean ones is going to be amazing when we have more of them. In the meantime, though, let's grab this temperate strain so that we have a little bit more growth in all of our temperate climates, and then we have more corruption spreading around.
It would empower Grandfather's children.
Exactly. Now we need to try to get an outpost with Glen Moore soon. Absolutely want some death globes or the rattling guns. It is one of the two. Death globe bombs are horrifyingly effective. Sweet. Queek is doing a pretty good job for himself. Conquering the mountains. He can have as much of the mountains as he wants. We're going to move through and start dealing with all of the orcs. Excellent spreaders of plague they are. Looks like ours didn't do so well up here in the north, though. How sad. That's fine. What we're going to do in the meantime is swing on into Pig Barter. We can drop off the green box here. Wait, absolutely. Green. Oh no, it costs 300. Soon.
Cultist.
Fruit of the garden. A terrible nausea grips you, and we've got the weird, creepy, stinky egg. Let's go ahead and plant it in the sewers. Raw's Deathmaker. Better be careful who you're trying to ambush, my friend. We would be up there to butcher you if you were closer. The gashes are falling under our control. We've got the... Definitely think we want the Pit of Mutations here. This region is not necessarily going to be one where we are trying to make gold, rather just push the enemy back if they try to make it on in. Anyone who tries to take Nagashazar from us will severely fail.
Specimens required.
Ugath.
No
Have you go into a march stance to get out of the mountain pass. I want to start trying to consolidate the mountains here. We could claim these two mountainous regions and give them over to Queek, or even more diplomatic relations. Or alternatively, we could start preparing for our fight with Grimgor. We may just leave Grimgor alone, too, since we're fighting him with our Croesus campaign. Get to work down here in the Southlands. Have ourselves kind of a long, kind of stringy empire. Beautiful. Another rebel faction emerges. How would you like to meet the blade? Ming-Fan, hang on. I'm trying to help you. Cathayan rebels, the Yin and Yang rebels have risen up. Rebel scum. Take the tribute. And we lost a lot of units there. What's Ming-Fan?
My loyalty lies
The
with
Gate Master. Who are you? Good against structures and 360 block. I don't want to fight you. Go away. Any kind of replenishing? Nope. We'll switch into summoning stance in case they decide to close the gap. Oh, we're forced to hit Shangwu. This I don't like at all. Let's be a decisive win. No, we're gonna back up. Hagakin flees. See about going into an ambush stance, or can we? We cannot encamp. Ming-Fan has friends. We're in a bit of trouble. If not, we should be able to escape. How far can you move? How much are we stopping them from getting over there? Run! Bravely flee. We got some rats over here. Be a fun battle. Man's rolling around on a Chaos Chariot. I'll give it one more chance. The issue with the Chaos Chariots is they're not very good at dueling, which is what I like to keep our Exalted Heroes for. They're really good at blending up units of infantry. Not so good at dueling. Whereas on the horse, they don't lose a lot of their actual dueling capabilities. They still will batter small units around a little bit, not be able to hit them. That's not nearly as bad. I want to go for one more control building here, just so we're really making sure we don't have any issues. Higher control with Nurgle is pretty useful. Extra armor in all the armies in the province. Keep moving through. Bertie's doing his best to spy on his way in.
the despair lord.
Thank you, Bert. We've got the 300 infections I want, so let's go ahead and come on over to Pig Barter, and we will drop down the green pox.
Plaguefather's fetid blessing.
Drop down the green pox and switch to the Plague Gods of Pasture as well. Green pox away. Research rate, construction time reduction, all good things. Beautiful, we're down to 21 infections, and fortunately still, Siege is ascended. We just need to get down there and start clearing up the lands that belong to him, and we should be able to turn things around aggressively. Yeah. Alright, once again we need to remove his scaled grip from Shangwu. Irksome Dragon must be brought down a peg or two. So if we do it in 6 turns, we'll gain 1,500 gold instead of just 1,000. Scrap Tower's got itself a brand new plague. Yeah, I think it's time for Kugath to get real nasty and head up towards the Misty Mountain here.
Onward.
Onward through the mountains.
Nurgle.
Exactly. Add in your brand new Frolicker's Bubonic. One more turn for Pig Barter to tier 4, which will be great for our income. I think we'll have Moxia come on in. What's great is we can only summon like one Chaos Warrior at a time, just due to how expensive they are. We may want to fill in the more elite units first, like the beasts, which are half the price. In fact, since the beasts are that cheap, grab Moxia some beast bodyguards. They just want a hug. Grand Duke, you deal with these Clan Crizzer rebels for me. And then with that, we'll probably call the episode there. Yoink. Skaven slaves sacrificed. And with that, and out of time for today, I've been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub zone. See you all in the next one.